Alright, welcome.
Welcome back
to episode, what, 5?
5?
We're on the, Riverdale sucks. Episode, no, I don't know.
Where the rad is real.
What's the rad is real? Yeah.
And that, for those who's joining us, that means Riverdale Alzheimer's disorder, where we just forget what happens in every episode.
Yeah, basically. I mean, that's all the time. I was gonna say, you know how like each episode of most series have like names. I was gonna come up with some stupid name, but I wasn't smart enough there.
Exactly.
But yeah. So, what was I gonna say? This episode was actually the one where I thought I'd watched halfway of it, but I actually only watched like 2 minutes of it last time. So this is actually fresh. So now I'm caught up, or like we're caught up with the podcast and the whatever else is called.
I mean, you are.
Yeah. Well, I think you are too, right?
Episode ahead of you. No, I saw the episode 6, but I stopped there.
Oh, okay. Did you? I thought you watched this one.
No.
Like all of this one or whatever.
Oh yeah, I've seen this one, but it was a long time.
I know, but I thought that's where you stopped.
No.
Okay, so you watched episode 6 as well then?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, okay. So I'm all caught up. Well,
and
yeah,
you know what? I don't remember that one either.
Yeah, you're gonna have to rewatch that one. Yeah, so I watched this one. So it's a kind of it's a little more fresh in my brain. Yeah, that's basically it with that one. God, I thought I was one episode ahead, but then, I mean, it's kind of cool not knowing, for me I guess, not knowing what's gonna happen next, because I don't know what's gonna happen next in episode 6. And then that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna watch episode 6 next week, and then not watch episode 7. So don't watch episode 7, Jams.
But it's such a masterpiece of a show.
I know, right? It's just thrill ride.
And by masterpiece, I mean that 5,000 dogs shat in a dumpster, and then some homeless guy threw a match in. That's what Riverdale is. Yeah,
it's a thrill ride from beginning to end.
A thrill ride no one wants to go on.
Yeah. It's oh man, it's just cliffhanger after cliffhanger, and
but ironically, you're saying it's cliffhanger after cliffhanger. But ironically, I just want to let go and fall off the cliff.
Yeah. No, it's so suspenseful. You're like, what is happening? I'm just on my toes at all moments.
I mean, yeah. Okay, so this first scene, again, I don't remember any of this.
Yeah. No, they're talking.
They're all at Pops. They're all at Pops.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what they're talking about.
So they're all what?
I don't know what the heck they're talking about.
Yeah, like Jughead's basically narrating about basically, I guess, saving the city or whatever again.
Right.
They're just like, we should be focusing on other things, but we're gonna be, you know, saving the city, even though it's even shittier than before.
It's oddly saying something.
Which, yeah, is like, I don't know how it's possible. Like, how did it get even worse? So they're basically all
like... How did it
like...
get any worse? Well, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't have an answer for you.
No, I really don't. Yeah, they're just like, we need to save the city because reasons. Even though we all have our own lives, and Veronica's married, and Jughead has to, you know, is in debt. And then what else? What's his name? Archie joined the army, and yeah.
Yeah.
But they're all like, nah, we need to come back. And yeah, I almost forgot the best part. Betty's in the FBI.
Yeah.
But they're all like, you know, I can completely stop my life and come here to the city, or come here to the small town.
She's going through FBI training, but yet she can pack her bags and come back to Riverdale for an unprecedented amount of time.
Yeah,
Which is fine. Which is fine. This is great. Is her boss Chimp?
Yeah. They're all chimp. Ape strong together. I forgot what happens after that. Like this episode is more fresh in my mind, but I forgot what happens at each interval or whatever it's called, like from scene to scene.
Right.
What's the next thing that happens after that?
Yeah, it's Jughead and Betty are walking.
Oh yeah, they're just talking about shit or whatever.
And then Archie and Veronica are talking. And Archie is oddly fully clothed here.
Yeah.
Which it is odd.
That's a good. That's a very good observation to note. Yes. That
Scientists take notes.
Yeah. In the Riverdale trivia on their IMDb, it'll say that. It'll be like noted in season 5, episode 5. Archie does not have a shirt in this one scene. I mean, he does have a shirt in this one scene. Yeah. He only owns half a shirt. Yeah, I forgot what Betty and Jughead were talking about, but I think Archie mentioned something about, like, you know, they're basically like, oh, you know, like we used to be a thing or whatever, and then Archie's like, oh, you're married now or whatever, and Veronica's like, yeah, and then Veronica's like, oh, but you must have had your fair share of like women or whatever too. And then she basically goes, what does she go? No, like Archie goes like, oh no, I haven't actually had I haven't actually had a serious relationship since like you basically. And I was like, what? It's been like 7 years.
That's right. That's right. As if that's not gonna make the situation even more uncomfortable.
Yeah. I was like, you kidding me? It's been like 7 years?
Trick question? It does.
Trick question. Yeah.
And then, it shows Betty's mom at home or something.
At home or something. Yeah, I was wondering.
I really don't know what happens anymore.
Yeah, I was wondering that in the previous episode. I was like, what happened to her mom and all that? Because I think she's the only one that's still there out of all the people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it with that one. Or is that the one where Polly also comes in?
I think so.
Okay.
Is this the one where we find out about Polly's new career move?
New career move. Yeah. I think it is. I don't know. You're like you're the one with the scenes.
Yeah. Oh, well, I just can't remember if it was episode 5 or episode 6.
No, I know it is episode 5. Yeah. Yeah, like I think it's a little bit later in the thing though, but like she comes in when Betty's basically sleeping. Right? I'm not sure if that's where it is where you are right now. But yeah, so like Betty has like a nightmare of like, and I'm like, what the fuck, like, this is like a horror. Every single scene where it's like Betty and they're basically doing the whole trash bag killer guy.
Yeah.
It's like, it turns into like a mini horror.
I know.
I'm like, what is going on? They're just...
And then it shows Jughead. Right, 'cause so Jughead moved in with Archie, right?
Right. I think that's later though.
No, because his house is being occupied by the Ghoulies, right?
Yes, yeah, but that's...
So where is Archie living now?
Yeah. I don't know actually, fuck. I should have been paying better attention.
Oh, the bunker. The bunker.
No, that's not Archie, that's Jughead.
Oh, Jughead's living there.
Yeah.
Then where are they talking here? I don't know.
What do you mean, where are they talking? Did you skip far ahead or something?
No. That's literally the next scene.
Is them talking?
Yeah. They're talking, and then it kind of looks like it's the bunker, but I don't know.
Because I know that's where Jughead is. And he's like lying to... He's like, yeah, I'm in the Four Seasons or whatever the fuck.
Wow.
But yeah, like later on, he basically goes, "Yeah, I'm at the." He moves into after they dispel the thing, but that's later on, I think. Yeah, I don't remember. I remember because I watched half of it on like Tuesday, and I watched half of it yesterday.
Right.
So I remember the latter half more than the first half.
Seems to be the problem, Victor.
What else happens after that?
It shows Betty. She's talking to someone, but then it also. Oh yeah, so Veronica is talking to Hiram.
Right. I think, yeah, because for somehow Hiram is still like the mayor, I guess.
Yeah.
Because he's the most... Oh yeah, this has a part where... Right, yeah. Now it's all... Like, later on in this episode, I'm like, what the fuck is that a thing that can happen? But I'll bring it up more when it comes. But yeah, I forgot what her thing is, what she's trying to do in this episode. Because she's trying to do something. But then, like, her boyfriend is basically like... She tries to, like... I forgot exactly what she's trying to do. Like, God, I wish I had taken those notes. But, this show's just...
Something I thought you'd never say.
Yeah. Something I would thought I'd never say.
Yeah.
And I said a lot of shit. But yeah, this show's this episode is just a fucking shit show right now. It's just us going like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah. It's all kind of a blur.
Yeah. But that's just what happens when you watch Riverdale.
Yeah.
You just go, what happened? I blacked out for an hour and a half.
And then Jughead is talking to Tony about something.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Because Jughead needs to. What is it? Because he has those debt collectors, and I guess they followed him to the town. So
Yeah,
he's like, I need a job. Essentially.
Yeah. like a minimum wage job will pay off his debt.
Yeah. I was
Right?
gonna say.
Am I right? Am I right, university students?
You're gonna pay off a debt that you owe to these guys, but you're like a whatever it's called, a writer.
Yeah. So you may as well be unemployed.
Yeah. Well, I mean he is, and then he's like, I'll get a job at this like shitty thing or whatever. And then he's like, but it'll work. So yeah, so he tries to get a job at fuck the new place where the Bon Nui.
Right.
But it's not called the Bon Louis, whatever it's fucking called now.
Snake shit.
Snake shit.
I don't know, man.
A combustor.
She's also the leader of the serpents, I think.
Yeah, she is.
And I was like, how the fuck?
Yeah.
What happened to her dad? What happened to? Like, is there literally no one else?
No.
They're like, no, not today.
Right. Right, because in this episode, I think it's the one where we find out, like, that the school's on the verge of closing.
Yeah.
Because they don't have enough staff, right?
No, it's because... Now, this is the part where I'm like, what the fuck? Like, is this a thing? Is this an actual thing that can happen? They... it's fucking stupid. But, Hiram... It's revealed that Hiram wants to... His plan is to incorporate the city, which I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? And like, it somehow, I don't know, somehow it like, because the city gets funded or something, I guess by the government, and then like, it somehow makes it so that they don't become funded, and then like, they lose their funding, and then they... Like, I fucking don't understand, like, how this works. I'm like, I don't think this is a thing.
No, public schools are funded by the government.
No, but it's not just the school, it's like the whole fucking city.
I know, it makes no sense.
He's like, I'm gonna incorporate the city, and like, it basically makes it lose all its funding, and then they... basically... Yeah, lose all the funding from the city, for the school. The school can't run, and then... like a bunch of other shit. Like, so basically everything in this town doesn't get funded, and then I guess it's not a town or something anymore. Like, I don't understand. Because he wants to do something with Sodale, or I guess that's another city, which only gets mentioned like by Hiram, or people when they're referring to Hiram.
Yeah. No, it makes no sense how like what they're doing to this town, because there's this other town that like Hiram is like building up, right?
Yeah.
Right, and
Which
he's wanting to just he's wanting to wipe Riverdale off the map, right?
Yes. I guess that's his plan. Because that's what I was gonna say. I don't understand his fucking ultimate goal or his plan. Like, what?
It's like, can you just imagine like a White House press conference, and they're like, yeah, this mayor, he's trying to wipe Riverdale off the map, and the president's just like, oh, that's fine, don't worry about it.
Yeah. They're like, oh yeah, that's fine.
But he was formerly in prison. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure if that's the case, you can't actually like hold office or anything if you have a criminal record, right? I could be wrong. But yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the thing. We'll probably have to like look that up, but I'm pretty sure. Like, if you have a criminal record, you can't just be like, yeah, I'm gonna be the mayor. especially if you went to prison for fucking what is it, like money laundering or whatever the fuck it is?
Yep.
Or being a mob boss. Everyone's just like, yeah, he can become mayor. That's fine. He'll be a stand-up guy. So like, I don't know. His plan, I guess, is to bankrupt that city, and then
Yeah.
which somehow, like, it's like okay, which somehow makes this other city better somehow. Which I don't understand that either. But okay, I guess we'll just roll with that.
Just hold tight, Grim. I got this.
Yeah.
And then after that, is that the part where they cut to Betty, or which?
No. Jughead is in Pops doing. I have no idea.
Right.
And then there's Hiram talking to Tony.
Oh yeah, because I guess he wants to buy out that little thing again.
I think so, yeah, or something to do with the school. I think it was something to do with the school.
Oh yeah, because Tony is fucking
The counselor.
a guidance counselor or something too.
Yeah, she actually went to school for it, so she's actually certified to be there.
Yeah, but that's still like, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
She's the leader of a gang, and she's also just happens to be a guidance counselor.
Oh man.
Like I'm pretty sure that's a conflict of interest right there, but
Yeah.
sure. We'll just let that slide, I guess. Yeah, cause like I think it's like half the town is like a teacher too or something. It's revealed later on.
What?
I think like half the town is fucking.
Yeah, probably
like
because they probably couldn't outsource anyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a posting at a place called Riverdale High. Are you interested? Hangs
Yeah.
up.
Like Riverdale, what? And then they just leave.
Yeah, what's the school? Oh, Riverdale High. Oh, you know, it's so funny. I got this thing over there for like the next 80 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so Betty and Archie are spying on Archie's old house where the ghoulies are.
Oh yeah. And they're basically just like. They're basically like, this is what we did to you. This is what me and Kevin did to you. And I was like, what? We would spy on you taking your shirt off. And it's like, why would you admit that?
Wait, yeah, I was literally gonna say, why would you admit something like that unless you didn't want to have sex with him?
Yeah. I mean, I know it's like 7 years later.
No. I need to retract my comment. Unless you wanted to have sex with him.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's like 7 years later, but still.
Have some decency.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't admit that now. To, you know, like, I wouldn't admit like 10 years later. Like that's what I did to.
Who would spy on you whenever you had your shirt off? Oh, so in normal circumstances.
Yeah. Okay then. That's not weird at all.
Well, I mean, it's true. Like, I mean, you have to admit, Archie is shirtless more than he is when he wears a shirt.
Yeah. But I mean, like, you don't have to spy on him at that point. You can just literally watch him just walk down the street.
In a Batman mask.
Yeah.
Saving cats out of a tree.
Saving cats out of a tree. Yeah. Saving them cats.
Right, and Archie goes to.
Sorry about that, Grim.
He goes to.
I just found something in the desert I need to look at.
The sheriff.
What kind of factory
because he's wanting to clear the ghoulies out of his house.
Lived here since I was
Yeah.
Come on,
His whole plan is just, I guess, just to get them out of there. That's his first plan. And then the next one is to save the city or whatever. And his whole plan just is literally just entirely we're just gonna go in there and beat them up.
Yeah.
Because I think he tries first to get the what is it, like the cops on them.
Yeah.
So he calls Reggie, which Reggie, I think we forgot to mention this, but Reggie
works
like
for
in the
Hiram
last
Lodge.
yeah, in the last episode he works for Hiram Lodge, and it's like, okay,
yeah, that's right.
Kind of weird.
That's right.
So he tries to get them out the first time by calling the cops, and then I guess because they have drugs in there, they can arrest them. But then he calls Reggie to go in there to look at. Okay, I guess because he's a cop, I guess. And then they go in there, and then he's like, I'm sorry, there's no drugs. It looks like there's no drugs here. Otherwise I would help you. And then Archie goes, oh, like, it seems like they were tipped off or whatever by someone, and then it's,
right.
You know, it's alluded to.
That's a little, yeah, that's farther in the episode.
Is that? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because there's the scene before that, or a couple scenes before that, is when Betty's sister comes home late.
Right, yeah. So that's the one that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
And this is the thing where it's like every single scene so far with Betty and like the trash bag killer is like it's like a
guy.
It's like a horror scene for some reason. There's like jump scares, and it's like, you know, slow paced, and like, you know, her like what's it called, like slowly moving across the screen and shit. And I'm just like, what? Is this fucking like whatever it's called? Is this like Saw or something now? Or what is this?
I mean, I actually watched all the Saw movies.
Yeah.
They get more and more ridiculous.
Yeah, the Saw. Yeah, I know.
Like,
I've seen some of them.
Some of them. You should watch all of them. Talk about podcast material.
Yeah, maybe.
But
yeah, like the first scene is like, what's her name? Betty's like, she has a nightmare, I guess, and she's like in her bed, and then like she looks up, and there's like a jump scare with like the, what's his name, the trash bag killer, just like looking down at her, and I'm like, why is this a jump scare? Like what is going on?
I know.
And then she's like, oh, thank God it was just a dream. And then she wakes up, and then she hears a noise, and then she pulls out her gun, and then walks downstairs, and like, you know, it's about to shoot, and it's like Polly or whatever. And then I was like, oh yeah, I forgot, Polly, she has a sister.
Yeah.
Because I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah, because Betty's trying to explain to Betty's mom about Polly or something.
Yeah, well, she's basically arriving home at like 3 in the morning. So I mean, that's kind of weird. And then she's like questioning her about it.
She's getting all defensive.
Yeah.
Okay, and then there's that scene with the ghoulies where Reggie basically tips them off, and they hide all the drugs.
Yeah. They just like hide all the drugs, and he's like, oh, fuck it. And then they run away.
Oh, right. This is the one where those loan sharks come into town.
Yeah.
This was the one.
Yeah.
Because like Jughead, he's talking to Pop, and then he sees him out the window, so he goes and hides under the place where the cashier always is.
Yeah, he just fucking hides like right in plain sight. And then they're just like, we don't know where he is. And then I guess that girl is, I didn't realize this, but that girl is Pop Tate's granddaughter.
Yeah.
The one who works at the place now.
Yeah.
And damn, she's kind of hot.
Yeah. that she is. Oh, and then it's ridiculous.
What?
They decide. Archie decides, in classic Riverdale thinking, break into his own house, beat the shit out of every ghoulie there. And who does he get? He gets the drama teacher, he gets the sheriff, he gets an FBI agent, and he gets the drama teacher's boyfriend. Classic Riverdale.
Yeah. I was like, I understand the kids, but I always find it funny that like the sheriff guy is just like, yeah, I'm fine with this, I'm gonna go in there.
Yeah.
And wax them like fucking 20-year-olds or whatever, however old they're supposed to be. I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they just go in there and then it's a montage of them just fucking beating the shit out of fucking drug guys or whatever they are. And then they're all like kung fu people somehow, I guess, all of a sudden.
That must be the mayor's ship.
they're all like fucking Avengers now.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're all surrounding and they're beating up on shit.
After that, there's like that meeting with Betty's mom, Archie, the drama teacher, Tony, saying like, I think like they're pretty much close to closing.
Yeah, I think that's the part where they, I guess, reveal that they're Hiram's plan or whatever. Like it's them at the school or whatever, right? In the class.
Yeah.
Or one of the schoolrooms, and they're like, and what's his name is like, he's teaching drama, science, English or something, like all these courses. Kevin or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay then. Yeah, I think that's all of that scene.
Yeah. And then Veronica's talking to her dad again.
Yeah. Because I think... Was Veronica... Is that before or after Veronica talks to Reggie?
Oh boy. Better find some nanotech.
Because she like talks... I'm not sure, does she talk to her dad? I can't remember. Because I remember at one point she talks to Reggie and then she talks to her dad after she talks to Reggie.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really remember what she talks to her dad about the first time. Is there... What about the scenes after that?
Right, so we're done with that scene. And then, oh right, Archie, no, I'm sorry, Betty. See, maybe confusing characters now. Off my way. Okay, Polly, Betty, and Betty's mom are in the same room, and I think she like basically sold Polly out to her own mother. And said,
oh
hey,
yeah, because before that, in the...
Polly's kind of a stripper. And by kind of, I mean for sure.
No, before that, when Archie was raiding the place or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Or like when he was in there for the drugs or whatever, he's trying to.
Oh
like,
right.
With Reggie.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
right. Polly was there, wasn't she?
Yeah. He as he's leaving the place, he notices he looks back and notices like Polly's like, I didn't even know who that was, cause like it shows her like from like a weird angle and like you can't even really see her face. But then Archie knew right away that it was Polly, and I was like, what the fuck? How'd you know that right away? But yeah, he notices that it's Polly, and then you know obviously she's at the ghoulies inside his house, and I guess she looks a little bit like, I guess high a little bit.
Yeah. No shit.
Yeah. And I was like, okay. Because I think she tells. Where does she tell? Like her fake job or whatever that.
Oh, I don't know.
She says that she's like a bartender or something.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, it's quite the argument from what I remember, and what I remember is nothing.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't remember anything.
Yeah. Yeah, that was funny. And then Jughead is just working on his speech for Pop Tate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then I know this was your favorite scene. It was the scene leading up to the sex scene between Betty and Archie.
Well, I remember them talking or whatever, and then they just like
had shower sex.
Have sex or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yep.
Skid McMark's here.
I was like, okay then.
Sounds like Skid McMarks is in trouble. We gotta get.
Don't know why that was a thing.
And then they're like, hey, let's just keep this casual.
Right. Okay. Let's
Yeah.
see if we can find some help.
Let's not tell anyone, but then they're like, we're also adults, and it doesn't matter. It's been like 7 years.
Yeah.
But then also, let's not tell anyone either.
They're obviously,
like, okay.
they're obviously thinking like, well, if Jughead found out, he'd be hurt. And I'm like, bruh, it's been 7 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say. He had fucking.
He's an adult. He's an adult. He needs to. He can get over this.
He's also had sex with fucking that Asian chick and that blonde chick before he came here. Before he came back to Riverdale.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. So I'm like,
Pop Tate's
why does he give a shit? And then also,
yeah,
I don't know. I was confused at them having sex. Like, I knew it happened because you mentioned it previously. But doesn't Betty have a boyfriend back in wherever the fuck town New York City or whatever, I guess?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So is that she's just like fucking fine with it?
Yep.
Okay then. So she cheated on fucking Jughead the first time, and then now she's cheating on her fucking other boyfriend, which I don't remember what the fuck his name was. Fucking, we'll just say John Doe. Until I remember his name, which I probably won't. Because he probably won't become relevant in the story again until like 10 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she... Yeah, so that was fucking weird.
Yeah, and then Pop Tate's retirement. Oh, we forgot to mention. Jughead works at the chocolate shop now.
Yeah. That's why he was there to begin with in the...
Yeah.
Well, when those two, what are they called? Debt collectors came in?
Yeah.
Is that he was... No, was he in there for another reason? Yeah, he was in there before, and then she put up a wanted sign, I guess, right? And then he goes in there, and then he's like, hey, can I get a job? And then they're like, and then she's like, no, or whatever, or something, I can't remember.
Yeah.
And then after those guys came, and then she was like, okay, you can have a job.
Yeah.
And then Jughead's like, okay, can you just, after like a couple days, can you just call them and then give them half my money or whatever the fuck from my paycheck? And then she's like, yeah, and then she's like, yeah, that's okay. And I was like, why the fuck would you agree to that? If you saw that, if I saw someone like that, I'd be like, okay, now you definitely can't work here. There's people coming to get you and probably gonna beat you up because you owe them money.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you definitely can't work here. What the fuck?
Yeah. Most employers would not hire a guy with loan sharks after him.
Yeah,
Oh, and then Cheryl and Tony drama. It's not really important.
yeah. That's like the least thing that I probably give a shit about. the least.
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank set out to fix
Is they're just
the help of the plumber.
talking to them and stuff. Yeah. I just don't care.
Not only could they set their new destination,
Yeah.
each planet came
There's
to
just
Cheryl's
like,
not even
things
in
to do, courtesy
the
of
episodes
free
for very long.
yeah.
Like, I don't care. Everyone's hanging out at Archie's house.
Yeah.
Talking about whatever bullshit they're talking about. I don't even know.
They're all hanging out at Archie's house.
Oh, right.
I don't remember that.
Right. And so in classic, this is a classic Riverdale scene. Is at the end. So we're actually near the end. We have like 6 minutes left.
Yeah. I feel like we haven't talked about a lot of this stuff, but yeah, sure.
Well, no. But like, I like what were they talking about when they were at Archie's house? I can't remember anything.
Yeah, I don't even remember them going to Archie's house.
We must assist the galactic
Yeah.
activating weapons systems. Weapons online.
I remember they.
Maybe they were talking about how they're gonna save Riverdale. Maybe I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, you could be right on this.
Ratchet, now might be a good time to test those weapons systems.
Archie's just like, how are we gonna save Riverdale? Silence.
Yeah. You're like, what?
Oh, so no one has any ideas? Me too. Let's give up. Let's move to Los Angeles.
That's really, yeah.
It appears we can repair our ship.
No, that would be even better.
Saucers leave
Yeah. And then there's the hearing to for the school to be open or not.
Yeah. No, I think the whole because he reveals to their plan, or his plan is to become teachers. He's like, we'll become teachers, and I was like, okay then.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, hey, you're kind of unqualified.
Yeah. Like, highly.
Y'all are lacking something called a bachelor's degree.
Yeah.
In a subject that you're going to teach. So, their logic is that... their logic is that since Jughead's a writer, he'll teach English. Veronica's teaching, what? Business?
I guess. Do they even have business class?
Yeah, they do at high school. They do. Actually, there's a lot of business classes you can take in high school.
I never had one.
No, they have a lot of them.
Well, yeah, okay. Because I'm saying I never had one. That's just why.
Yeah. And then Archie will do the army thing.
The army thing.
Well, yeah.
You mean like PE?
It's kind of, I guess, I don't even know at this point.
I mean, I guess because he's physical or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. And then...
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think...
what is Betty... Wait, what is Betty teaching?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember them saying what they're gonna be teaching at all. I just remember them like... Yeah, I don't remember that much, honestly. I remember Betty's mom... Because I think they bring that up in the council, and then Betty's mom is just like... she basically says what you said, like, it takes It takes a couple of years to become like to teach or whatever the fuck.
You should now be able to pick up warbots using
Right?
the
Yeah.
Okay, let's try this
But
out.
then they're like but not if we're I forgot what the word
There
is.
should be some warbots nearby. You can now
Not
pick them up and pull them toward
not if we're like a private school or something.
Right. Oh, it's revealed in the next episode what they teach.
Activate mag
Right.
booster.
But I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
like, logically speaking, obviously Jughead is going to end up teaching
There's enough
English.
power to pick up more warbots.
Yeah.
And
course.
Veronica will logically teach business classes, even though the both of them aren't certified
Another pass.
to teach any of those classes.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Age.
They're yeah.
Ready.
They're basically just like
Activate mag booster.
we're gonna teach these classes or whatever. Which I don't know how that works. And then
Wait for
yeah, because their plan is to go. I think it's to go private or something. But then they're like, if we go
Yes,
private,
that's right. That's right.
if we
That's
go
right,
private,
because-
then we won't. Ah, I forgot what happened. If we go private, then we won't have any funding or whatever from the.
Yeah, but Cheryl funded them.
No,
Now I
no.
remember.
But then she's like, we won't have any funding from the. Whatever it's fucking called.
release. Return to boom.
Like we won't have any funding from the government essentially.
Well done, Ratchet.
Yeah, but Cheryl ended up funding them, right?
Do it again.
Yeah, but then they also say, well, we won't get any funding anyway. If we become
Warbots in tow.
what's the word like unincorporated or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then yeah, like that's why Tony is talking to Cheryl
There is enough power to pick up more.
because they want to. Yeah, because she wants to
Ratchet,
fund them, I guess.
damage. We must locate some.
Yeah,
Is her plan,
that's right.
and I'm like, okay. Doesn't make sense, but all right.
That is
mean, it's nothing
correct.
Now.
That is correct.
It's nothing new. It's Riverdale.
There should
Yeah.
be some warbots nearby.
And then
And pull them toward the warship.
so they get the school privately funded. Jughead's at work, and then his boss or whatever his name is. I don't even know his name. I don't even know who he is. He's some old guy.
Magnetized.
Some old guy. Yeah. No, that's not his boss. That's his agent or whatever.
Yeah, and he's saying like, "Hey, your speech about Pop Tape is really good. You're gonna write a novel."
Yeah. He decides to do. Because, like, the whole thing is him struggling in the beginning to get a story, right?
Yeah,
And then he's like. Because he's all stuck on chapter 1, and then there's nothing on his book when he's, like. Trying to type it out. The whole classic writer's block thing. He doesn't know what to write, sort of thing. And then it goes. And then, yeah, I guess.
Done, Ratchet.
I don't know why, but he, like. He just decides to start typing about Pop Tate in the store.
yeah,
Activate mag booster.
And then he's like off. And then he's like, okay. And then, yeah, then he hands that in as a.
More warbots.
As a,
Hit it.
you know, his writing, I guess, for the. Because they want him to keep writing for the second book or whatever.
See ya.
yeah.
And then
That's right.
and then his agent calls back and says they like it, and then he needs him to write it.
One more hit should do it.
But then, because it's also revealed earlier, I think when he's talking to Jughead's talking to Tony in the store thing, that the serpents don't like him anymore.
Mag booster. We have enough power for a
I don't know if you remember that.
if you make another pass. Release warbots.
Because, and he's like,
We did it.
he's like, what the fuck was that for? Like they're all being kind of like dicks to him for no reason. And then he, yeah, so they're all being dicks to him, and then he's like, why are you guys being dicks to me? And then they're just like, you really think you'd write a story? Because his first book was about,
We're supposed to start your
the story of the thing or whatever. And I guess in the book he made the serpents. He called them the Vipers. I guess he didn't really even change the name that much. Just a different snake type version. And he made them sound like, I guess, dicks or whatever. And then he was like, and then they were like, "You really think you could come back here and whatever?" So basically, like, I guess everyone in the town knows that, or I guess maybe everyone else too knows that it's about the small town. The whole like whatever it's fucking called. Like his whole first book is about him, and then so, but then he writes the book about Pop Tate, and then he wants him to write it again, and then he's like, oh shit. He's like, if I write this thing again, right? If I write this story again about us, and I guess for some reason the agent is like, oh yeah, small town's getting back to trying to get back their glory is really big right now, or whatever the fuck. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Pretty sure they're not, but okay.
Yeah.
And then yeah, so he has that dilemma of like, should I write this or not? So that'll be a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, even though he's basically gonna write it.
Yeah.
And then he's yeah, I'm gonna predict this right now. He's gonna get in trouble with Pop Tate's niece.
Yeah, for sure. He's gonna like write it, and then they're gonna find out. She's gonna be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Veronica is zooming with her husband, who I guess was being a dick earlier. I don't really know.
Yeah, he's the... Because he freezes... I forgot what... Like I said, like I mentioned previously, I forgot what she's trying to do in the beginning. Maybe get funds. I forgot. Maybe get funds or something. But she's trying to do something, and it requires her using like a credit card, and then her husband is
yes, that's right.
Freezing her credit cards and stuff, so they're not usable. And then he's like, I don't know what's going on.
To try and get her to come home, right?
Yeah. He's like, I don't know what's going on.
And then she's like, fuck you, I'm staying.
Yeah, she's like, if you don't unfreeze our fucking shit, I'm gonna rip you a new asshole or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that...
And then...
Yeah, cause... Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
And then he's... Oh yeah. Archie's texting, Betty.
Oh yeah.
Right? Because that's the next scene.
Yeah. He's texting about some bullshit. I'm like, okay, I don't give a shit.
Some like bullshit that has to do with them casually having sex. And then...
No, it's something about Betty or...
yeah, and then
Betty's
with
sister.
the greatest timing ever, Jughead knocks on his door.
Yeah.
Asks to be his roommate.
I was like, oh fuck, it's gonna be fucking Betty again. And they're gonna have sex. And that's fucking Jughead. I was like, oh, okay.
You thought wrong.
Yeah. No, clearly. So it's fucking Jughead wanting to be roomies or whatever again. And then he's like, what happened to the Four Seasons? And he's like, it's a little rich for my blood or whatever. Even though he was living, was it in the bunker, I guess, the whole time? Because I guess he still has the keys, or I don't know how that works.
I don't know, man. Right. In the last couple of scenes was, so like Betty's trying to get a hold of Holly, who isn't answering her phone.
Yeah.
Because and like the last scene is literally her being chased by a trucker.
Yeah.
right?
Well, it's the same truck, whatever thing that you saw in
Earlier, yeah.
In the last
episode.
Yeah, the last episode where it like abducts that girl and then some random girl, and then they're like, she was never seen again.
Do you think it's the trash bag guy?
For sure is.
Almost there.
Like, who the fuck else would it be? It's gonna be some new serial killer. The truck serial killer. It's gonna be the truck bag guy.
That must be Big Al's place.
The truck bag killer. Yeah, it's like this obnoxious like serial killer. And then she's doing that like Prometheus thing. Or like they do in the movies, right? Where like, you know, like something like a pillar is like falling down, and it's like, you know, like a vertical long pillar is falling down, right? But instead of running sideways, which you can get out in like 2 seconds, right? They run the entire long. You run the entire long ways, which makes no sense. It's literally just to add suspense. But you're just like, I could just like turn sideways, or I could just run like, you know, horizontal, right, to the side of it, and I'd be fine. But no, they're just like, I want to run forward. Like she's running along the street and there's a truck like behind her. I'm like, why not just run sideways? Run where the truck can't go, because it's a car. It's a truck. It has to go on a road. Just go into the bushes. And you can escape that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why are you running along vertically along the road where he can chase you? And then obviously it's a truck, you're gonna run out of stamina. And like, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like a lot of those people have gained like so much weight from like previously. Like, I think Polly has gained a little, like she looks a little bit chubbier. And so does Jughead. Like, I don't know if it's just me.
I mean,
he looks like he gained some weight around the face.
He did.
I'm like, no.
Life has not been kind to them.
Like, yeah. In more ways than one.
Yeah. Shit, and then the credits.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, it's also what's his name? Hiram. Like he's at that auction, or I don't even know what the fuck that is. Like town hall meeting or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
And he's just like sitting there.
Yeah.
And then he finally does what they were fearing, I guess, the whole time, and he incorporates the town or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they're all like, all who are against, and then like they all put up their hands. And then they're like all for, and then there's like all these other random people. I'm like, who the fuck are these people?
Yeah.
And then fucking Reggie's there too.
Because I'm like, you're probably thinking like, who the fuck still lives here?
Yeah. I thought this town was like basically a ghost town. Like, who else is here besides these people?
Yeah.
Just everyone, I guess. Just random ass people.
I know.
And then, yeah. I think that's it. Unless there's something else that you remember.
No.
I think we got everything.
All the nothing I remember?
Yeah, I was gonna say all the nothing that we both don't remember.
Yeah.
At the same time, even though I literally just watched the last half of it yesterday.
Yeah. Nice. See, what I'm saying works.
Yeah.
Like, what I'm saying that we suffer from is real. I
mean, yeah, it's true. You literally just, like, you watch it and then you literally just forget about it, and like, and like 5 minutes later, you're like, what did I watch?
Exactly. Exactly.
It's like a.
It's. Let me tell you, it's rad.
It's like a. It's a blackout. You know, like blackout. You're like, oh, what the fuck just happened? I just lost like 20 minutes. I just lost like an hour of my life. I don't even know what happened. I was sitting in my chair, and then the next thing I know, I'm watching something else.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, I'm in bed. I don't know how I got here.
We are not far from the train station.
Yeah, I think that's all. I don't think we missed anything. I think they all decide to stay longer to fix the town. I don't know if we've mentioned that. And then yeah, I think that was it though.
That was it. Darn. This was over already?
It's over already. Yeah, it is over already.
Is the season finale here yet?
No, there's only like 12 episodes.
No. No.
Yeah. Because there's like, I think there's usually like 20 episodes per season. Right?
No. No.
Just because you say no doesn't mean it's not true.
We are not far from the
Yeah,
train
but
station.
no.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yes, but actually no.
Yeah. Yes, but no.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. So I haven't seen the next episode, so I wonder what's gonna happen to fucking Polly. She just gonna fucking die? They're just gonna murder her sister right there? That'll be cool.
Good question, because I don't remember.
Yeah. That's the good thing. Even if you have watched ahead, you don't even remember.
Exactly. And that's not even an insult. It's the truth. It's rad.
It's rad, yeah. Which isn't rad.
Good.
It's rad, but it's not cool.
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess that's it. We'll get the. Oh god, dude, I can't fucking talk.
Well, I know.
I shouldn't have fucking picked this game. It's too fucking hard. I think that didn't help me in this episode. Was playing fucking Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah. I don't think that helped.
I should just fucking stuck to Fall Guys or Rocket League, something I could just mindlessly play.
Yeah.
Because like, I didn't realize that this was actually. I thought it'd be easier. It's actually harder than I thought. This game. And I'm like, I don't even know what's going on. What am I doing? But yeah, hopefully we'll get the episode 6 next week.
Yep.
Whichever name that episode has. And then we'll try to get Justice League filmed or recorded, whatever episode.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get.
Hopefully we can do that
Chad.
somehow.
With Chad.
Yeah. And then we can try doing that with King Kong as well.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of excited for that movie.
Yeah? Have you seen any of the...
I've seen some of the footage, yeah.
No, I mean, have you seen any of the other movies?
I saw King Kong. I haven't seen Godzilla yet.
What?
Should probably watch that.
Oh my god.
Is it a sequel? It's a
Which
sequel.
one?
No, is Godzilla vs. Kong a sequel to the Godzilla movie?
I mean, it's not really a sequel, but it's like Batman vs Superman, right?
Oh, okay.
Where like,
Come on, let's
except this one actually has a. They did do a Kong and they also did a Godzilla movie. Well, they did two Godzilla movies, I guess. I've only seen the two. I've seen the two Godzilla ones. I haven't seen Kong.
So it takes place after the events of these movies.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Okay.
I haven't seen Kong, But that's mostly just because, like, I think I saw, like, the Peter Jackson one.
I did, yeah.
Yeah. But that's different than the one that they made recently. Because they made,
There it is.
when was it? It was like 20... Cause yeah, they made that one with Peter Jackson and Jack Black, but that was like 2000, early 2000s. But then they made another King Kong in like I want to say after 2015. And then they made
There it is. Come on, let's hit your
whatever their names are. And then they made like Godzilla, and then they made a Godzilla second movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I haven't seen that King Kong, but that's only because I've seen. I was like, I don't really want to see King Kong again, just because I saw the one like last time.
Yeah.
And I felt like it'd be similar. Which
I might
think it kind of is. Like what?
I might watch Godzilla because I think it's on Netflix.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what's on, because like they put stuff on Netflix and then they take it off like months later, then they put new ones and then they remove them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. That's it for this one. Sorry for the shit show of a fucking episode.
Yeah. But like not sorry because we know that that's typical.
Yeah, I mean, but I felt like this one was, for me at least, it was primarily more of a shit show for me.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully
for sure.
I will. No, you don't have to agree with me.
Are you talking about like the episode of Riverdale, or are you talking about the episode of the podcast?
I was talking about the podcast. That's the one that we're doing right now.
See, you can't do that. You can't talk about an episode being shitty when we're already reviewing an episode of a TV show that's already shitty.
That's true. I mean, it's inherently shit because of the stuff it's reviewing.
Yeah.
But I was talking about more about being just all over the place.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, like when has this podcast not been all over the place?
Yeah, that's true.
Because this TV show is all over the place.
Yeah. I will try to play a much simpler game so I don't have to focus as much on the game next time.
Probably a good move.
Yeah. But then I guess we'll be doing episode 6, next time. And then, we'll talk about that next time. So, yeah, thank you for watching.
Thanks for...
the shitty episode on this shitty series.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Of this shitty series of a TV show.
Yeah.
But we will see you guys in the next one.
See you in the next one. Peace out.